Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la la ya la ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 la. The words are easy, Shabbat Shalom. That's all you have to sing. I might throw one more word in, but I'll let you know when we get there. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. We're going to change the melody a bit now. We're going to still sing Shabbat Shalom, and then we're going to add Umevorach, a Shabbat of peace, Umevorach, and of blessing. It goes like this. Shabbat Shalom, Umevorach, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorach. We'll go back to the top, unless you're like Rabbi Karen and you'd like to remain low. You can do that, because they go over each other. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. That's pretty. Let's hear your voices. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. We wish you a Shabbat filled with peace and blessing. It's good to be back together. Yet again, the humidity is foiling our plans for our outdoor services, so we chose to come into the air conditioning tonight. But of course, we can still see nature through our windows, and would invite you to take a moment to leave whatever you brought with you behind, leave your work week behind, settle in to Shabbat as we celebrate this weekly gift of holiness and joy and peace. It's an honor to, actually, before we light candles, we're going to join in one more warm-up song, one more song to help us enter Shabbat, page 24, Shalom Aleichem, as we welcome the Shabbat messengers of peace. And as we like to say, this is our Tulsa, Oklahoma melody that we learned before we moved to Westwood. It's a good summer melody. I don't know if it's a winter melody, though. Shalom Aleichem, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Hasharet, Malachi Elyon, Melech, Malachi Hamlachim, HaKadosh,
HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Same melody, Boachem. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Yimelech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Melech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Melech Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Yimelech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Yimelech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mimelech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mimelech, Malachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
So this is a song of welcoming the Shabbat messengers of peace, and welcome to all of you. Welcome those of you joining us for your first time at Beth David. Welcome to those joining us from home. And we're going to turn back now to pages 2 and 3 as we bring in the light of Shabbat. It is an honor to invite Lois Beanstalk and Lisa Litton. You have to your name has to start with L to bless our Shabbat candles. We're on page 2.
Tzivanu lahalikner shel Shabbat.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu
Lehalikner Shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. Again, I should also mention welcome back to Rabbi Micah. It's been a while. And we are going to turn now to page 12 as we welcome in Shabbat with Psalms. And last week, I taught a new melody to Psalm 95, L'chuna Ranana. Again, the Psalms celebrate nature, celebrate creation. These words mean let us sing out in joy. And we'll begin together. There's kind of a call and response, and then we come back together when in the plural when we say that we raise our voices in song. So just the first paragraph, Lechuneranana. Shabbat was Lechuneranana L'Adonai Naria Letzor Ishenu Nikad Mafanav Betoda Bizmirot Naria Lo Lechuneranana L'Adonai Naria Letzor Ishenu Letzor Ishenu Lechuneranana L'Adonai Naria Letzor Ishenu Letzor Ishenu Nikad Mafanav Betoda
Toda.
Bizmirot Naria Lo. You can follow Rabbi Micah. Nekad Mafanav
Fanav.
Betoda
Betoda.
Bizmirot Naria Lo. Lechuneranana L'Adonai Naria Letzor Ishenu Letzor Ishenu Lechuneranana L'Adonai Naria Letzor Ishenu Letzor Ishenu Nekad Mafanav
Fanav.
Betoda
Betoda.
Bizmirot Naria Lo. Nekad Mafanav
Fanav.
Betoda
Toda.
Bizmirot Naria Lo. Lechuneranana L'Adonai Naria Letzor Ishenu Letzor Ishenu Lechuneranana L'Adonai Naria Letzor Ishenu Letzor Ishenu. And we'll turn now to page 20 as we welcome in the Shabbat bride. We'll join in verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. And on that last verse, if you're able, you may rise, face the doors to bring in Shabbat.
Lecha dodi likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. 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 Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Ishmianu el Amir echad, Adonai echad, U'shemo echad, L'shemo tiferet v'litila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha, ki hi mekor haberacha, v'rosh mikedem nesucha, sof maaseh b'machshava tchila. Lecha dodi likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, ki ba'orech umiori, Uri, shir daberi, kivod Adonai alayich nikra. Lecha dodi likra kala. Peni Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala. Peni Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam besimcha uvetzola, toch emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi likra kala, Peni Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likra kala, Peni Shabbat nekabela.
And we can remain standing and turn to page 26 for Chatzi Kaddish as we enter the main part of our service with our call to prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divrach chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyom echon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, v'yimeru amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, le'olam me'amaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, ve'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shemei tekudesha brichu, laela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'yimeru amen.
Am I awake? Am I prepared?
Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand?
Am I
awake? Am I prepared?
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed.
Lai lai lai, ya la 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 lai lai lai,
Ya la lai lai lai, ya la lai lai lai. And let's turn to the top of page 31 as we join in our blessing for creation. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai, our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. And we can continue in the English on page 32. Everlasting love, you offered your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. We'll continue on page 36. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavcha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha Hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha Ukshartam leot al yadecha, v'hayu letotafot beinenecha, uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha, uvisharecha, leman tizkeru, va'asitem et kol mitzvotai, Vitem kedoshim lelohechem. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Asher hotzeiti atchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem lelohim. Ani Adonai Elohechem emet. Thus you shall remember to observe all my commandments and to be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. We join on page 40 our Song of the Sea, our song that recalls our leaving Egypt and making our way toward the promised land.
Chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh Nora tehilot osef ele Nora tehilot osef ele Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh Mi Chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi Chamocha nedar b'kodesh Alechutecha ra'u vanecha Okei hayam lifnei Moshe Miriam. Eli anu ve'ameru Adonai yimloch leolam va'ed. Mi
Chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. V'ne'emar kifad Adonai et Yaakov, Ugalo miyad chazak mimanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al Yisrael. And we continue on page 42, our prayer for the evening, our prayer that asks God to spread God's shelter of peace over us, over Jerusalem. You can find the Hebrew as well as some English words on your prayer supplement.
Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Spread the shelter of your peace over us. Guide us in wisdom, compassion, and trust. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Save us for the sake of your name. Shield us from hatred, sorrow, and pain. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu leshalom V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. 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 Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Over the last 30 years, Dan Nichols has offered compositions for Jewish music like the Hashkivenu that are just beautiful and uplifting. Here's his setting of Vishamru. I'm not sure in 8 years if we've done it here, maybe once, but it's singable and also quite lovely. So knowing that you're Temple Beth David, I know you're going to catch on a few notes in. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת. לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
Thank you for trying out a new Vishamru. We're going to move into our central prayer, Tefillah, page 46. Please rise in body or in spirit.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi agitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, v'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geulah livnei bneihem, Leman Shemo ve'ahava, Melech Ozer u'Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah rav l'hoshia, Morid hatal, Mechalkel chayim b'chesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim v'rofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, Melach memit umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah l'chayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayei hakol.
ata kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, ukdoshim b'chol yom yahalelucha selah. Baruch ata Adonai ha'el hakadosh. You are holy, your name is holy, and those who are holy praise you every day. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. I invite you to continue in the Hebrew, in the English, or the prayers from your heart, and feel free to be seated when you are ready. Come back together on page 62 with our prayer for peace.
Ose shalom imromav uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom imromav uyase shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'imeru amen. Ose shalom imromav uyase shalom aleinu
Turn now to page 253 as we take this moment in our service to offer a prayer for health and healing. We are especially thinking of these members of our Temple community who are ill at this time. Colin Monroe, Enrico Mascaro, Benjamin Horowitz, Mateo Goldman, Esya Rushavskaya, Eileen Arnone, Jean Sands, Tom Fiorino, Jerry Spingarn, Beth Gottlieb, Joseph Sands, Ethel Sharonau, Rhea Rebecca, Sarah Batavid-Viosefia, Rosalind Slifka, Peggy Monroe, Shayna Mannheimer, Dorothy Lewis, Linda Wilson, Zusha Sanavanика Ahuva, Squirt, Ray Burton, Ian Wellens, Margaret S.G., Mark Passman, Yehonatan, son of Shoshana and Abraham, Stephen Pastor, Rachel Bednarsh, Ruth Batmalka, Jacqueline, daughter of Dolores, Leslie Wasserman, and Aaron Wasserman. If there are other names that you are thinking of for this prayer, you may share them with us.
Misheberach
Avotenu
Mekor Abracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength,
who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And I offer this additional prayer for the hostages that still remain in Gaza on day 301. May the one who blessed our ancestors bless, protect, and guard those missing in action or held captive. We, the members of this holy congregation, pray on their behalf. May the Holy One have compassion on them and bring them out from darkness and the shadow of death. May God break their bonds, deliver them from distress, and bring them swiftly back to their families' embrace. Amen. Well, I started to write some words for tonight thinking we would be outdoors, so here goes. You may have noticed that the days are beginning to grow shorter. Of course, don't worry, it is still summer, and we have many more hours of light and warmth to hopefully soak up. But at night, if you look outside, you can see the darkness is starting to descend just a little bit earlier each night. As you know, Jews have a unique way of marking time. While most of the world embarks on elaborate summer vacations, the Jewish calendar this time of year traditionally takes a pause and an inward turn. This Shabbat, we end the fourth book of the Torah, the book of Numbers, and next week begin the last book of Deuteronomy. The Israelites are now in their final stages of wanderings toward the Promised Land. If you were to look in a Jewish calendar, you would find that we are actually suspended in time. We are currently in the second of 3 weeks, known as Bein HaMetzarim, or between the narrow straits, between boundaries, literally in between. What are these 3 weeks? Well, the term refers to the 17th of the month of Tammuz, Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, and the 9th of Av, the Tisha B'Av, coming up in a few weeks. Traditionally, a time of mourning for the Jewish people. Well, as I said, this certainly does not sound like a time for summer vacation. I invite us to take just a few moments tonight to try to understand this time a little more. The 17th of Tammuz, which occurred on July 23rd this year, as you can see, second of these 3 weeks, it's a minor fast day in the Jewish calendar. The Talmud teaches that 5 things befell our ancestors on the 17th of Tammuz. The tablets, or the 10 Commandments, were broken. The daily burnt offerings or sacrifices at the temple stopped. The city, or the walls of Jerusalem, were breached. And Apotamus, a Syrian general, burned the Torah and set up an idol in the sanctuary. As you can see, 5 tragic events for the Jewish people that were precursors to the tragic events on the 9th of Av. Do we really think all of these events occurred on the same day? Probably not, but our ancestors may have intuited our mental health, as we would say today. Better to contain these tragedies to a specific time frame rather than spread them out throughout the year. This national experience of mourning is similar to a personal path of mourning. The initial days are most intense. They are dark. And then we start to receive comfort. We start to turn back toward life. These 3 weeks and subsequent intense 9 days of the month of Av are seen as a time of communal mourning. Observant Jews don't marry, don't listen to loud music or dance, or even eat meat, among other prohibitions. We read in these 3 weeks 3 haftarot of destruction from Jeremiah, which are then followed by 7 haftarot of comfort, and then we arrive at Rosh Hashanah, our new year. In other words, this is the countdown or the count up. This rabbi is taking a deep breath as our high holiday season is nearly upon us. We are here and we are in it. And I don't mean to bring us down, but we are in the lowest point of the Jewish year. Rabbi Dalia Marks writes that this time of year invites us to take a dive into deep water until we reach the very bottom out of breath. Only then can we push up from the bottom with our feet and start to rise above the waves. Returning to the surface can only happen if we've made it to the depths, to that frightening place without breath. That is how it is with Jewish tradition. The profound mourning becomes meaningful because of the consolation that follows. Our lives are lights and shadows, low tides and high tides, since in the lives of an individual, a people, and the world, there are dark and difficult times. In the end, Jewish tradition teaches us that life is good and the world is a place of hope. These weeks are the time to dive into the pool, and the waters of Jewish tradition will embrace us and propel us up. Apples dipped in honey, latkes and hamantaschen, we will taste again. I would be remiss if I did not mention our own Temple Beth David community for a moment. As many of you know, and I hope you don't mind if I talk about you both for a moment, Alan Pastor and Lois Beanstalk, 2 very dedicated Temple members who I especially appreciated meeting very early on when you hosted a meet and greet for me and Rabbi Micah 8 years ago. Lois and Alan, are sponsoring tonight's oneg, which oneg means joy, in memory of their son, Michael. The loss of a child is, of course, a tragedy beyond words. And yet, Lois and Alan are here in the midst of your time of loss and memory, supporting our community like you do all the time, and sustaining us literally with sweetness and joy. This is a model for these 3 weeks of how we come up from the depths and sustain one another in community. Educator Dr. Erica Brown writes, "Suffering humanizes us. Ignoring suffering dehumanizes us." I don't want to ruin my good mood, we might think, by looking at that homeless person, so I turn away, and with that turning, I let go of my social responsibility to him. Attunement to suffering, she says, makes us more compassionate. We become more grateful, holding on tightly to the blessed lives that we can. One other last blessing of Judaism is that we don't have to go through this alone. We are in this space and time together to embrace our brokenness and to build a loving foundation, cultivate loving community, and practice loving awareness. Right now, we may seem far away, but through these weeks, by the start of the new year, we will hopefully draw more spiritually closer. I invite you to join together as we embark on this time. Dive deep and resurface. I'll leave you with one more thought from Rabbi Alan Liu, author of This Is Real and You Are Completely Unprepared, The Days of Awe as a Journey of Transformation. He writes, "Life bets that we won't be willing to endure the suffering it requires. Life bets that we will try to shut out the suffering and so shut out life in the bargain. This time of year sidles up to us, whispering, take the suffering, take the sadness, take the loss, turn toward it, embrace it. Let the walls come down," he says. We can step outside of our walls and feel the full force of the great tide on our body and our soul. Sun and moon, inhale and exhale, life and death, the walls building up and the walls crumbling down again. You want to add one more song tonight, you can see the chorus on your prayer supplement called Heart of Mine. You'll see the chorus talks about walls coming down, life going round. We'll add the verses.
Oh, heart of mine, lost and find my home is sometimes near and sometimes far. It's always changing. Oh, heart of mine, take the time to feel the sadness. Love is always near. It seems they go together. The walls are coming down and down and down. Life is going round and round and round. Love, it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. See you shine is like as if to wish upon a star. I'm so glad to see you, oh moon of mine. Night is time for love and wonder spread across the sky. What would we do without you? The walls are coming down and down and down. Life is going round and round and round. Love, it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. Of mine, eyes that shine and help me feel that I am not alone. How can I ever thank you, oh friend of mine? Space nor time will break the bonds that holds my heart with yours. I'll
always love you. The walls are coming down and down and down. Life is going round and round and round. Love, it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you.
Walls are coming
Down and down and down. Life is going round and round and round. Love, it will be found and found and found. It's all inside of you. In these in-between times, may the walls begin to come down. Amen. I want to take a moment to just think about our week ahead. Shabbat continues tomorrow morning with our lay-led minyan at 9 a.m. in our library. Rabbi Zub will be leading our minyan tomorrow. And you can read in your weekly shofar about some upcoming classes, upcoming social opportunities. So we're going to start to pick up some programming here in August. Also want to thank Rabbi Zub, who will be leading Shabbat services next week, followed by rabbinic student Elisheva Pripas, along with Rabbi Batya Illinois, as we take one last final summer vacation. As I said, soak up those remaining hours of light. And thank you so much to everyone who ushered us in, greeted us this evening. Thank you, Hannah, for live streaming us. And again, I don't know where your husband went. He's probably helping out. But thank you, Lois Beanstalk Allen Pastor, for feeding us this evening and sponsoring our oneg. We are going to move into our concluding prayers for the Shabbat. But before we do that, one more blessing. Is anyone celebrating a birthday in July or August? It's summer, so we're combining. All right. Well, you get a private blessing then. All right. Only one for both months. All right. What? Oh, Hannah too. Do you have to sit there at the camera? All right. Well, you should keep Phoebe company here. You know. All right. Well, Phoebe, you get the place of honor here in front of our ark, but for Hannah too. Yes, and for everyone out there, so you can face everyone. I'll face it. Okay. Yes. Well, Phoebe, may God, who blessed our ancestors, bless you with another year of life. Born in this time of heat and sunshine, may your life continue to radiate light and warmth to those around you. As you hopefully receive some gifts for your birthday, we thank you and bless you for the gifts that you share with our community. We'll join in the blessing of gratitude for another year, Shehachianu, and invite those to join with us. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehachianu v'kiyamanu, v'higianu lazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, author of our lives, for sustaining us, giving us life, and bringing us to this joyful moment. A very happy birthday, Yom Huledet Sameach, and thank you for celebrating with us. For the summer months, you get a birthday cake and barbecue, right? That's all right. I want to invite everyone to rise if you're able as we turn to page 282.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך Malchei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'nemar V'haya Adonai, L'melech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad.
We'll remain standing and turn to page 294 as we take this moment to remember loved ones who are no longer with us. We are especially remembering Helen, daughter of Eli, the aunt of Avi Glazer, who passed away this week. And we are remembering these loved ones whose yahrzeit, whose anniversary of death occur this week. Morton Atkins, Melvin I. Bernstein, Michael Cornell, Irene Friedman, Michael Kaminsky, Daniel Kerman, Murray Litton, Nettie Mosias, Norman Oppenheim, Michael Pastor, Samuel Ringel, Philip Rosenberg, Benjamin Weinberger, Nellie Weiner. If there are others that you are remembering, you may share their names with us. And we join together as we bless the source of all life. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'gala uvizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach leolam ulamei almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shmei dekudsha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing. We're going to turn back to page 5. If Hannah's still up for it, Hannah Kahn will lead us in our blessing of Kiddush. And as Hannah's making her way up, I'll just mention that once our year starts up again, you are welcome to sponsor an oneg in memory of a loved one, in honor of a loved one, just for the spirit of Shabbat. So it's nice to have that food. Again, thank you, Alan and Lois.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'achavahu v'ratzon hinchilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila, Lamikrai Kodesh, Zecher Metzia, Yitzrayim, Kivanu Vacharta, Vyotanu Kidashta, Mikol Hamim, V'Shabbat Kodshecha, V'Ahava Chaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Amen. Or I know I only have the preschool one stuck in my head now. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz Shabbat Shalom.
Yasher Koach. We will bring the challah out to share. Our oneg is in the foyer this evening because our temple is currently under construction and the Rosen Social Hall is storage right now. Should we add, since our temple president Elena is here, do we need to add a blessing for our sprinkler system? We can only pray. Just a note, speaking of the changing time, our last 2 Shabbat evening services in August will start at 6 o'clock in a hope that we might go down in humidity and be able to be outside. Our concluding song, Rabbi Micah, Adon Olam, yes?
Adon Olam, yes. And there are many Jews, not only representing Israel, but the United States and Australia, who are celebrating Shabbat tonight. So I thought we'd end with the French Sephardic Adon Olam on page 321. Adon Olam asher malach b'terem kol yitzir nivra le'ed nasa b'chefso kol azai melech shemo nikra azai melech shemo nikra ve'acharei kichlot hakol levado ימלוך נורא, והוא היה, והוא הווה, והוא יהיה בתפארה, והוא יהיה בתפארה, והוא אחד ואין שני לעם, שילה להכבירה, בלי ראשית, בלי תכלית, ולא העוז והמשרה, ולא העוז והמשרה, והוא אלי וחי גואלי וצור חבלי בעת צרה, והוא ניסי ומנוס לי, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא, מנת כוסי ביום אקרא, בידו אפקיד רוחי בעת ישן בעירה, ואם רוחי גוויעתי, אדוני לי ולא יירא, אדוני לי ולא יירא.
Shabbat Shalom.